Greetings, I'm RSV. So the SEGA team have revealed a couple of things about the Kaizaar series that is important to know, and since that information isn't in game at the moment, I would like to share that with you today and talk to you a bit about what that actually means for you if you want the Kaizaar series and if you don't want the Kaizaar series. Well, for starters, let's go over what the news actually is. Well, I think everyone had an inkling that Augment and Enhancement Devil didn't transfer from Rokz to the Kaizaar series. I mean, in the vendor, it's a +0 with 2 augment slots, so it would make no sense if either of them transferred. Well, we've gotten confirmation that not only those 2 aspects don't transfer, but potential, pixel augments, and color variants also do not transfer. And most importantly, on top of this, multi-weapons do not transfer. So if you have multi-weapon to Rokz weapon, well, your off weapon has now just been lost to the void. So let's talk about Kaizaar series and what it means for you as someone who will be building the Kaizaar series. Well, if you're building the Kaizaar series, you'll have to re-enhance a 7-star weapon and unlock its potential. On top of this, you'll have to re-augment it. Now, I think this is fair, and I think this was within expectations. It just means that if you are building a Kaizaar, don't go all out on your Rokz weapon because you will lose all your progress. But what it does mean for people of Kaizaar series, it means that you can't get fixer augments or color variants for the weapon, which means that everyone that has a Kaizaar weapon has the same base. But another important thing to remember is, because our multi-weapon doesn't transfer, we also need to build 2 of them to have our ideal builds, because a few classes require 2 weapons to function properly, which means double the amount of grinding and double the amount of time spent waiting for the weapon series. Moving on to the not getting the Kaizaar series section, and honestly, because this is making us wait for longer, it affects a lot more of the player base. As people play, there are more chances that they will get a rugged weapon. While it is never guaranteed that you will get a rugged weapon, you can grind 100,000 boss enemies and still not get the drop. That is a possibility, regardless of the drop chance. But if you obtain a rugged weapon, especially if it has the right potential and a fixer augment, Rokz series is a reason for you to not build a Kaizaar weapon. I mean, once you have a rugged weapon, why build a Kaizaar? You already have your best in slot. But there are a few ways that the Kaizaar still affects Rokz series players. And one of these ways is, since nothing transfers from Rokz to the Kaizaar series, the Rokz series is worth less, and has less value to players who want to buy it. Maybe players will still collect the color variants and use them if they want to. I know that the black color variant for my bow makes the projectiles look very cool, and I was hoping to transfer the color variants to the Kaizaar series to see what happens when they color change. So I am mildly disappointed in that front. But fixer augments on Rokz series are basically worthless. There is no reason ever to buy an expensive Rokz weapon with a fixer augment, when you just need the basic one to upgrade into the Kaizaar series, meaning the price of Rokz should drop from this point on. Personally, I disagree with color variancy and fixer augments not transferring to Kaizaar. Kaizaar is already weaker than the Rokz series, and the removal of fixer augments and easily accessible fixer augments actually kind of hurts it. Since the rugged weapon series has a low drop rate, it doesn't have easy access to fixer augments, where Rokz drops more frequently and has better access to those fixer augments. So I disagree with SEGA's choice here. I think that they should have at least allowed color variancy and fixer augments on these weapons. But what do you think? I've been RSV, and I'll see you next time.